by 10 early. The Buccaneers put up 38 unanswered on the Packers and picked off Aaron Rodgers twice. The game was so far out of hand in the fourth quarter that both teams' backup QBs took the field to finish it off. And the Bucs are now 4-2 and lead the NFC South. So, Shannon, are the Bucs the best team in the NFC?
I'm not really ready to put them over, especially with 2 losses ahead of Seattle. I think Green Bay had an off day. I still think Green Bay is the better team, but they played well. And even though they played well, I'm not ready to put them atop the NFC because last week, nobody thought they were the best team when they lost to Nick Foles. Nobody thought that. So after 1 week, this is where we are now. So I'm going to let it play out. I don't know. I'm sure you know who they play. You know who they play every week. So we'll see where they are.
They're at Raiders.
Oh, yeah, Monday night? Oh, yeah, they got this one. Oh, yeah, Derek. Old car.
Oh,
Old car. Oh, new car. He a new car. Oh, no, he a new car. He out there in Vegas, new stadium. Oh, John Gruden gonna have red. Now, you know they play hard on Monday night. Remember what they did to the Saints on Monday night?
And by the way, they got a revenge game against the Saints coming up soon at Tampa.
Oh, you want revenge, huh?
Well, after opening day, you throw them into the fire with no OTAs, no preseason games,
Mike Thomas will be back by the end.
Huh, okay.
Yeah. So, look, I think they're Seattle. I'll put Seattle, Green Bay. Tampa, New Orleans, either. By virtue of New Orleans, they got the same 1-loss record, and New Orleans beat them head-to-head. I'll say slightly New Orleans, but I think that they're the fourth best team right now. But they're on the ascension. Of all the teams that I just mentioned, other than Seattle, Tampa is on the rise. I think they're on an ascension more so than New Orleans and Green Bay. But I still, right now, the MVP is Russell Wilson, and so I would say Seattle is top right now.
Best defense in the NFC belongs to
Tampa.
The Buccaneers. Todd Bowles, I've told you from the start, I love Todd Bowles.
Chicago, but they don't have the offense. But okay, for this argument, I'm going to say Tampa.
Okay.
Of the teams we're talking about, Tampa.
Thank you. Pro Football Focus ranks Tampa's defense #1.
Okay.
4th most sacks going into that game yesterday, and just brought the house on Aaron Rodgers and basically destroyed him and his confidence. I thought the Buccaneers as a franchise made a statement yesterday. We are the best team in the NFC. That was a statement-type game. America's Game of the Week, live on Fox, national. Everybody got to see what Tampa can do when Tampa clicks. When Tampa eliminates the, 11 penalties they had at Chicago for 100 and some yards, 111 yards, they can do that. When they don't turn the ball over, they can do that.
Well, Skip, I don't think that, okay, maybe they're not 11 penalties bad, but we don't believe they're 0 penalties good. How about we fall somewhere in the middle and they'd be like 5?
Okay, you're probably right about that, but they came into yesterday's game leading the league in penalties. They led it all last year with Jameis at the control.
Right.
But it was a Bruce Arians coach team. They're loosey-goosey and willy-nilly, and hey, if we get the snap off in time, it's fine. If we false start, it's time. There seemed to be no payment, no fear of retribution if they made mistakes.
Right.
And Brady just brought hell to him on the sideline in the middle in the 3rd quarter of the Chicago game, and I think it started to work. And I think they continue to hear from Tom Brady after the game and during practice. They say he's as tough to play for in practice, you probably wouldn't have liked it. Yeah. But he will jump on any and everybody to make it right.
Well, Skip, the thing is that when you don't talk about, you want perfect plays. Because then you know that, because if you practice being perfect, that normally carries over in the game. And that's how Mike was. You drop a pass like, okay, I get it, and then somebody came right back, you're going to start all the way back over again and run it from the top. Because that's what the expectation was. No, we're not out here to drop pass. So you want it perfect.
Okay. So Tom Brady is recreating the Patriot way in Tampa.
Yes.
And it takes some time. I was shocked that it clicked at the level it clicked at in their biggest game of the year yesterday.
Right.
That was impressive. So you have no penalties, no turnovers, no sacks, and you go 4 for 4 in the red zone. That'll work.
That'll win a lot of games.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the team I saw yesterday has the potential to be the best, and I think yesterday showed you it is now playing the best of any team in the league. Obviously, Brady is 43. Can he play at a high enough level to get them to Super Bowl? Absolutely, he can.
Well, the thing is, Skip, is that points are going to come at a premium against that team. Now, obviously, they'll have some lulls and where you're because you look at him, you're like, man, look at what they did to Aaron Rodgers, and then you watch Justin Herbert go in there and he threw up 31 like it was in the blink of an eye. So they're going to have off games. The question is, okay, when they have an off day, can Tom be Tom Brady and go get you 38? When he needs to score, because, you know, he got 38 yesterday, Skip, with 166 passing yards. He will need to get 38 on 350 or maybe even 400
passing yards. What did he do against the Chargers? They're down 24-7, and he threw for, what was it, 350?
Right.
And 5 touchdowns to 5 different receivers.
So that's what he's going to have to do. You play Drew Brees, you play a Russell Wilson, you play one of these top teams in the NFC. He's going to have to be Tom Brady and hope in the defense be what they are.
Why did Tom Brady suddenly shockingly choose Tampa? 2 Pro Bowl receivers, one of whom has been hurt for a while, and Mike Evans, who's been gimpy on a bad ankle, and Chris Godwin just came back yesterday. And he had a couple of nice catches, but watch what starts to happen with Chris Godwin.
Skip, I think he has a better rapport with Godwin because Godwin is a guy that runs, his route running is a little better than Mike Evans. Mike Evans is more of a jump ball.
He is.
Throw it to me, I'll jump up and make a play for you. And Tom is really not there, you Skip. That's not Tom. If you look at Tom, it's like, I expect you to be here.
It is in the red zone.
Right. Yeah.
And Gronk took his place in the red zone yesterday.
So moving forward, it's a work in progress, but you see it's starting to click. It's starting to build. They're starting to design ways because, as Bruce Arians says, this offense is really not designed for the tight end, but they're designing ways to get him the ball.
They are.
Because they feel like, you know, Tom is different. Tom is much better quarterback when he's throwing to the tight end. So let's find a way to come up where we can get Gronk involved, and that'll open everything else up.
And I thought Fournette would slowly but surely replace Rojo as in Ronald Jones.
Now that ain't happening.
I don't think so, because Ronald Jones is impressing me and surprising me with his
300-yard
strength and his power and his will.
Well, remember Bruce Arians said we like Rojo.
Yeah. Well, he stuck by him. He was correct about that. So will Fournette, again, will Rojo get banged up at some point? He probably will. Everybody gets banged up.
So who y'all play next week? Who Tampa play next week?
At Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
We got that.
You got that?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that on Friday.
Yeah, okay.
We'll talk about that later in the week.
Thank you.
We'll talk about that later.
Here we go.
Okay, Gruden have them ready. You know Gruden have them ready.
Did I not pick Tampa to win it all? And I think now you're starting to fear, he was right again.
Yep. Something's going on in Tampa. That was a good point.
And Russ, I trust.
How did the Steelers blow out Baker Mayfield and the Browns? Baker has been a bit inconsistent. Let's break it down next.